Hi, thank you for joining me for this video. This is the reading for the fire signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius for the rest of November. There will be timestamps in the description box below for each of the messages that come through. Alright, so let's have a look and see what the first message is that wishes to come through for the fire signs. Okay, that one has flipped, so I'm going to take that and hopefully you don't see it. There we go. Okay, can we please have the second card, the second message that wishes to come through? Right, that one has fallen out as well. Third card, please. What message wishes to come through, which is for the highest good of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius? Okay, and that one fell out and flipped as well. Okay, so for something different, we're going to add a rune to each of the card messages. Let's see what... Okay, there's one. Two. Three. Okay, so try and focus in on the cards and see where your attention is being drawn to. If you need more time, then you can pause the video. Another way of trying to hone in to see where your focus is going to is perhaps take a deep breath, close your eyes and ask which card has the message for you. And then exhale, open your eyes and see instantly where your attention is being drawn to. And then you can start with listening to that message. Alright, so let's see what the first message is that wished to come through. So for those of you who chose card 1, the message is throat release. Okay, so with this is saying that you may find that you are struggling with speaking your truth. There may be something that you need to express, whether it be to a friend, a loved one, a family member, or whoever, a colleague. There's something you need to say and you are struggling to find the right words or find the right time, or thinking that it's not worth the effort. This is saying to you, you need to speak your mind. You need to speak what it is that you are thinking. You need to release what it is that you are holding back. You may find that when you are thinking about what it is you want to say, that your voice goes hoarse, or you get that tight, restricted feeling in your throat. This is a sign that you are holding back from speaking your truth. You are holding back from saying what it is that you need to get out. So you need to release that. You need to say what it is you're feeling, what it is you're thinking. Don't hold back. You need to speak that truth. Alright, so let's have a look and see what the message is in the book for this card. So it says, what are you not communicating that needs to be released? Your throat has a way of telling you something isn't right even before you consciously know it. It often gets sore, tight or hoarse when there is something that needs to be said or heard that you're ignoring. What do you need to say, shout, sing, laugh or cry about? There are many different ways you can release, but sound is often the most effective way to get what is stuck inside to come out. Often we're taught to hold things in and solve them by ourselves, but this is rarely the best way for the body to process its feelings. Let it out. You deserve to be heard, and your throat is a powerful tool that connects your mind and body. And you have to realise that the more you learn to release your inner sounds intuitively, the more confident you will get in communicating how you feel day to day. One of the things that I guess we have to embrace more openly now is that we do need to speak up. Don't be held back from saying what you need to communicate. We've always been told you're better off to be quiet. Don't say what you mean. Don't say what you're thinking. But that in turn creates an issue within you. We have to speak up, we have to speak out, regardless of, but do it in a kind way, regardless of how the other person perceives it or takes it. That's not our responsibility. How they take it and how they perceive it is on them. As long as you say it with kindness and you say it with love, it's best for you to speak your truth. Whatever that may be, whatever the situation is, whatever it is that you need to get out from what you want to say. Okay, so now let's have a look at what the rune is that comes with this. So this is the rune. Okay, so with this rune, this is about, it's two-tiered. It's about travel and journeying, and it's about the progress with your inner journey. It's about your spiritual quest. So that goes in with that throat release, because that is part of your inner journey to learn how to express yourself, your inner journey in how to communicate your feelings, whether they are going to upset someone else or it is about someone else. It doesn't matter. This is about you learning to speak up, speak out, and speak your truth. This is your journey for your spiritual quest. All right, I'm going to go to the book and see. Let's have a look, see what this rune is. Just bear with me because I have to find it. So it's Rado is the name of the rune, and it means wagon and shares the same root as the Old English words for ride and wheel. It therefore has connotations of travel, journeying and moving forward. So this is saying to you that it's tied to Thor, the Germanic god of thunder and lightning. The sound of thunder was said to be made by the wheels of his great chariot thundering across the skies. Rado, therefore, is sacred to Thor. The saying stuck in a rut harks back to the days of horse-drawn travel. If your wagon wheel becomes stuck in a rut, it takes a great effort to change direction and may require you to take a step into the unknown. By doing so, you place your fate in the lap of the gods, who will guide you if you have sufficient faith to relinquish control. By allowing the universe to place new experiences in your path, you make yourself available for change to occur in your life. This can be a gradual process, or it may be dramatic and sudden. As if struck by one of Thor's thunderbolts, your life can be transformed in a flash. So the divinatory meaning of it is change of direction, movement, progress, travel, relocation, habit breaking and rhythm. So again, tying into that throat release, it's breaking that habit of not speaking up. This is about your movement and progress along your learning, your spiritual quest to be able to stand up for yourself and speak your truth. It's also about your personal destiny. Okay, so for those of you who chose card 1, they were the messages that came through. I hope there was something in there that resonated with you. I do appreciate you taking the time to listen, and until next time, thank you. For those of you who chose card 2, let's have a look and see what the message is that came through for you. Okay, so we have spacious mind and soul. So this to me is about opening up, expanding your thinking. It's about realizing that we can have very limited beliefs, and it's about letting go of those and being open to digging deeper, being open to the bigger picture, to be able to understand how to expand our thinking, how to expand our consciousness, or to see the bigger picture. Sometimes we need to find that silence. We need to find that space in our day where we can actually sit and reflect. It's about understanding that we have that analytical side of us and we have that spiritual side of us, and sometimes it's letting go of that analytical side and delving more into the spiritual side, because that is where our consciousness will grow. That is where the most learning can happen, is through our soul's growth, through our consciousness, the growth of our consciousness, and connecting with the greater consciousness of divine, of source. Okay, let's go to the book and see what the message is that this is bringing through. So it says, we are not made of solid matter. We are made up of millions of atoms, and those atoms are 99.9% empty space. It's within that space that creativity and the feeling of spaciousness appear. We have two sides of our brains, the creative side and the analytical side. When you are overthinking, stressed, or problem solving, your creativity and feeling of spaciousness are limited. In order for your soul's creativity to emerge, you must prioritise cultivating space and stillness. So they have put the analytical side and the creative side. So the creative side is what I said as your spiritual side, and it's your soul which is connected to that spiritual side, so that creative side, and you can only cultivate creativity when you are in that space and stillness of connecting with your spirituality. Okay, so it sounds simple, but it takes effort to find the time for space. With so many distractions designed to keep us in our analytical side of the mind, you have to set time aside for stillness in order to tap back into the endless space that lies beyond. You can't use your mind to create a feeling of spaciousness. Instead, you have to rest into it. Where in your life can you find space? First thing in the morning or late at night? Dedicate time every day to be quiet so you can begin to listen to your soul's intuitive voice. so let's have a look now and see what the rune is that we have that goes with that. So that is the rune, and this rune is about flexibility, it's about empowerment. So again, it goes with this spacious mind and soul, because you are actually being able to empower yourself when you connect to that stillness, when you connect to your soul and to your spiritual side. This is also saying to you that that with that spiritual connection, you may be able to connect with passed on loved ones. This is about persevering with finding that stillness and connecting with that spiritual side of yourself. Okay, so I'll go to the book and we'll see what I can tell you about this rune. Let me find it. Okay, so it's Iwaz. So Iwaz, again I apologise if I am pronouncing these incorrectly. Iwaz means yew tree, one of the most revered trees among the northern European peoples and considered by some scholars to be the symbol for the world tree, Yggdrasil, rather than the ash. So the strong, flexible, close-grained wood of the yew was used to make the best longbows. This weapon was effective for both hunting prey and as a defence against enemies. So this is about protecting yourself as well. So it says the yew therefore both sustains and defends life as well as wields death. The shape of the rune also demonstrates this ambivalence. It points up, down and to both sides. It represents a hook that can capture and bind. Iwaz is therefore a powerful tool in the hands of those who can aim carefully. It is a magic wand that gives power over life and death. Iwaz can sometimes indicate symbolic death, such as the end of a relationship, but more often it is a sign of empowerment, frequently of a mystical nature. So the divinatory meanings are flexibility, endurance, change, protection, empowerment, and problem solving. Magical empowerment, psychic protection, and spiritual attainment. So as you can see, that this rune connects really well with this spacious mind and soul, because when you are in that space, that spaciousness, is when you are able to have a higher spiritual connection, and you can then, when you're in that stillness, you have that higher capability to actually problem solve by tapping into your soul, by listening to your higher self. This is all part of that spiritual attainment. It's connecting with your divinity, connecting with your spirituality. Okay, so I'll leave that there. So for those of you who chose card 2, they were the messages that came through. I hope there was something in there that resonated for you. I really do appreciate you taking the time to listen, and until next time, thank you. For those of you who chose card 3, let's see what the message is that's coming through for you. Okay, so we have, let this be your sign. Alright, so with this card, this is an indication that maybe this is the intuitive nudge that you've been looking for. If you have been contemplating doing something, whatever that might be, this card coming through to you now is letting you know that this is your sign to go ahead and do whatever it is you've been thinking about. Whether that's pursuing a relationship, whether it is connecting with a like-minded group, a career change, whatever it is that you have been umming and ahhing about, this card coming to you now today is saying to you that this is your sign that what you've been thinking about doing is the right time. It's now. You can do this. This is about having the faith that you are being guided by Source, by your higher self, that, or your angels, your spirit guides, that the timing is right, that you've been thinking about doing whatever it is for long enough. It's now to take action. It's now time for you to take that step forward. It's now time for you to put into practice what it is you've been contemplating. All right, let's have a look and see what the message is that the book is saying with regards to this card. So it says, have you been waiting for a sign? Something to give you the volition to make change happen? Well, this is it, right here and now. What have you been wanting to achieve, change, or create? It is no coincidence that this is the card you've looked at today. Your subconscious led you here to give you the nudge you've been waiting for. This is an exciting opportunity for transition, so do not be afraid to take the leap. You deserve a life filled with passion, purpose, love, and beauty, so clear away whatever is holding you back and follow the sign. It is saying, onward. So you already know what you need this sign for, so trust yourself. Take a look at your life right now and ask, how can I find more passion, more purpose, more love, or whatever it is that you've been thinking about? This sign is divinely timed to wake you up and show you what you have been missing out on. Don't miss another moment. Take that step forward. Know that you have been guided to know that this is the right sign and this is the right time to move. Okay, so let's see now what the rune is that goes with this card. Okay, so that is the rune. Now with this card, with this rune, this is about maybe in the past you have been a bit reckless, impatient, been the receiver of lots of bad news or false promises. But this now going with this sign, it's saying to you that it's time to move on from that and to be more positive and be open to receiving good news. And you know, what you have been aiming for will be successful. All right, so now I will go and see, let's have a look. So this is called Thurizaz, which in the Germanic tongue, and it's called Thurs in Old Norse, both of which mean giant, while the Old English version, thorn, means thorn as we understand it today. So with this rune here, we've actually got it in reverse. So when it's the right way, it means obstacles, difficulties, pride, stubbornness, So because it's reversed, it's saying that those obstacles have been removed, the difficulties have been removed, that, you know, that stubbornness, it's time to let go of. It's that you now can move forward. You have been patient enough. It's now time to move forward. It's having the courage to move forward with your ideas, your plans. So it ties in really well with this, let this be your sign. Okay, so it says here that Aries suggests that an obstacle of considerable dimensions looms ahead. Well, because it's in reverse, it's saying to you that those obstacles have been removed, that there are no obstacles to you moving forward and for you to achieve what it is that you are now receiving this positive sign for. So it's saying also that you may need to work around problems. Well, you won't need to work around problems because it's in reverse. You might need to call on the worthy might of Thor and fight your way through. Well, as it's in reverse, again, it's showing that you don't need to be worrying about fighting your way forward, because that is not the obstacles that you are facing. It also says in the latter case you must face up to your own shortcomings. Again, it's in reverse, so there are no shortcomings with regards to your courage and honesty, because it's in reverse. And this is saying to you about humbly changing your path. Well, again, it's in reverse, so your path is open to you. You don't need to change your path, because the sign there is now that you can move forward on that path to achieve greatness. Okay, so I hope that there was something in those messages for those of you who chose card 3. I really do appreciate you taking the time to listen, and until next time, thank you.